and we've been asked, so we're going to drop them. Some people asked win totals. Give us your best win totals. So here's what's going to happen. We're going to give you our best win totals for overs today. All right? Then next week, we're going to give you our best 3 unders. That's 3 per person. So that's 9. Now, there may be some crossover. I don't know what they picked. They don't know what I picked. That's how we do things here. We're not Mad Dog and Stephen A. and go back and have a drama class before we go out and do a bunch of fake takes. I don't even get me started. That's still low-key pissing me off if we're going to, keep it a stack on the show, which we always do. Here's what I got. My 3 win totals over that I just love, okay? Arkansas, over 7.5 at plus a dirty 130. That's plus 130 over 7.5 wins on DraftKings. Look, it's a tough schedule. Let's go through it. Can we pull up Arkansas' schedule real quick, guys? Go and pull out the Wands and Patronus Arkansas schedule up for me really quickly. My second one, you know what? I'm going to wait till you pull the schedule up because this is maybe my favorite bet of the year. And I can't believe it's at where it's at. I can't believe it's at. I almost took everything that we have saved up, except I know Reed would somehow, get me in the sleep. Yes.
You got it?
Yeah. Cincy.
Win at home.
South Carolina at home.
Win.
Missouri State at home.
Win.
The 2 A&M.
No, you got A&M neutral site. I got them winning that game.
You got them winning that game. You got Bama at home.
Loss.
At State.
I'm worried about this one. I'm going to give them a win right now. But
at BYU.
Win.
You play Auburn. At Auburn.
Loss.
At Liberty at home.
Win.
At them Tigers. LSU Tigers at home.
Win.
Ole Miss at home.
Win.
Then you go to the Fighting Missouri Bowl.
Win. 10-2, boys. 10-2. Smash this over. You know what? I could miss it by 2 and still hit. I could miss it by, you could go, lose, but you could beat Auburn on the road too. It's just, Auburn's a weird place to play. Y'all know this. Everybody can say what they want. Y'all know as well as I do. Tell me in the comments, do you like that? My second one, Purdue, over 7.5 wins at plus 100.
This is my favorite one.
I'm trying to wake up from a coma and let them tell me what Mack truck hit me because I can't believe this. If Purdue beats Penn State, they don't play Ohio State. They don't play Michigan. They could legitimately run the table, and in my opinion, are gonna win the Big Ten West.
Listen to this.
Let's do it
after Penn State.
Yeah.
After Penn State, Indiana State.
Dub.
Syracuse.
Dub.
FAU.
Dub.
Minnesota.
Dub.
Maryland.
Dub.
Nebraska. That game's at home. Nebraska.
Dub.
Wisconsin. You do go on the road to Wisconsin.
I'll give them a loss there.
Okay. Iowa home.
Win.
At Illinois.
Win.
Got Northwestern.
Win.
And Indiana.
7.5?
Yeah.
7.5?
Yeah.
Please. Put a Batman suit on me and let me go protect the city. All right, then my third one, Clemson, over 10.5 wins at plus 100. Sam Hartman injury is the reason I picked this. Because outside of Miami, Clemson's so good up front, I don't see them having any problems. Now, I do want to make this point. These are regular season win totals.
Yep.
This is not with a bowl game. You need to know that. Some sports books vary it out, and they'll adjust due to bowl game projections and stuff like that. This is regular season win total. So this isn't Clemson goes 10-2 and wins the bowl game, hits 11, you win the bet. That's not how it works. So those are my 3, and I'm going to be honest.
So basically, you're saying Clemson will only lose 1 game.
I think Clemson loses 1 game. And you look at their schedule, I mean, they could go undefeated. Mm-hmm. Now that Sam Hartman's out, I'm giving them a buffer of a game. I mean, that's how I feel.
Okay, all right, pull mine up here. I want to start with Tennessee at 7.5, similar to what we were saying about Arkansas at 7.5, and this is going off at minus 160. So the Ball State,
win
at Pittsburgh, Akron, Florida, at LSU, Alabama, UT Martin. You do get Kentucky at home. You have to go to Georgia. Then you get Missouri home, at South Carolina, and at Vanderbilt. So 7.5 to me, I mean, look, I think they could win 9 games this season and you still have a buffer there.
That's true. I love the pick.
Okay, I'm going to go to NC State here first at 8.5. This is going off at minus 150. So, Jake was talking about Clemson maybe going undefeated. We'll keep that in mind here as the NC State goes to Clemson. But at East Carolina, look, not the easiest game in the world to start with, but I think they win that game. Okay. You got Charleston Southern versus Texas Tech. They get UConn at home. They do go to Clemson, so let's just say that's one of their losses. Florida State, at Syracuse, Virginia Tech, Wake Forest, Boston College, at Louisville, and then at North Carolina. This one right here, though, they could lose 3 games and you cover this.
No, I'm with it, and everybody's high on NC State.
Yeah.
Devin Leary, we go through the list.
And then lastly, at Michigan, 9.5 at -120. So if you're just going to go ahead and just say, look, Michigan's going to lose to Ohio in the horseshoe at the end of the season, and you give them 1 loss there, you still have another buffer here for a Michigan team that's going to be better last season, especially on the offensive end. And I really think that they're going to reload on defense, at least to where they can run through the Big Ten enough. Let's just go ahead and say they do exactly what they did last year, and they lose to both their rivals, Michigan State and Ohio. You're still covering this here.
Yeah.
You know, with games like Colorado State, Hawaii, UConn, Maryland, Iowa, you go 5-0 at Indiana. You go 6-0 right there before you even have to play Penn State or Michigan State.
In the comments, tell us, what is your best over win total for college football season in the chat as well? I want to hear it.
Am I up?
You're up.
All right. I like the Tennessee pick right there, Coney.
Nice.
Wow,
Yes.
bet buds.
They got bullish on Tennessee. I've been bullish on Tennessee, so I'm not going to go through their schedule. Oregon, I got them winning the Pac-12.
Yeah.
You know, I got them winning the Pac-12, so why not double dip on that? I know Bo Nix didn't name the starter, but I do think Bo Nix will end up starting that team. I think they have.
He hasn't been named the starter?
I don't believe
Him
so.
and Ty
yet. It's still
Thompson.
fine. I don't know if Dan Lanning's doing a little witchery, and I don't want to say his starter yet. I mean, you bring a lot up front, back on the offensive line. You have one of the best linebackers in the nation. The secondary is going to be good, and Dan Lanning brings a new culture and a new attitude to that team. So give me Oregon over 8.5. Then the Fighting Jamie Chadwells. Grayson McCall comes back. I still think their shoulders above talent-wise everybody else in that conference. So 8 games, easy money, plus 120. Get me paid. Maybe get Grayson McCall on the show. And then, hey, the Heupel and Fighting Hendon Hooker, 7.5.
Yeah, also, too, is this Jamie Chadwell's last year at Coastal Carolina?
Where's he going to go?
He'll get a big
Maybe
job.
Nebraska.
Man, Nebraska be
But
interesting.
here's the question. Do you want to take that job? If
The
you're
real
Jamie,
question
do you
is,
take that?
I mean-
he built up equity. He's the Billy Napier of this year.
Yeah.
That's what I feel, Jimmy Chadwell.
I mean, if Harsin gets let go at Auburn,
would
is
not
Jamie
mind
Chadwell
that.
the next Gus
You think
Malzahn
so?
at Auburn?
Except, like, evolves his offense.
Yeah,
and
well,
has a passing game.
they had the when Gus came into Auburn and kind of what Jamie does. There's kind of similarities.
well, I hope he
on
has a
offense
passing
little
game
bit.
that doesn't have to put their lunchbox and shoes in a cubby
Orange
when they walk in the
slices.
classroom.
Did you bring your folders?
I like that Oregon pick, because even if you say Georgia and Utah, let's go ahead and just.
Well, he's not saying Georgia. He's
But
saying
let's
I
just
know,
do
yeah,
it to
he's
be
saying,
conservative.
but-
Let's say you have losses, then they can still slip up somewhere else,
Yeah.
like Washington or even UCLA. They could slip, or BYU. You know, they could lose one of those games and you still cover
A
them.
lot of room for error in that total over right there.
There is. There's a lot of safe zone there. Hey, if you like what you heard and you want to hear more, go on over to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher. Check out Crane & Company live every day from 2 to 3 Central, where you can hear us spit it straight.